welcome to Survive the Unexpected. And this is our Survivor 47 draft. My crew usually does very minimal research. Let's see. I think Vreeland probably just looked at the photo today. James did a little. Michael did a little. Amanda looked at the photo today too. So, Ed, I have no idea what he did.
Ed's the most prepared one usually.
Oh, Ed looked to see who looked better with their shirt off, and that's all he's going to go by. We lost.
I think you and Ed are usually the most prepared ones for this, but like I don't know. Sometimes I like going in blind, and then other times I like doing a lot of research. Other times I like doing minimal research. Like my pre-gaming stuff for Survivor, it really can vary. So there's a lot of different approaches you can take, I think.
I've actually read the cast bios this year, so that's probably the most research I've done since we started doing these drafts.
Okay, let's see.
I think Amanda and Vreeland are having issues getting back.
Yeah. I'll here they come.
Okay.
All right.
You guys hear?
Yeah, we can't hear you at all for some reason. I don't know why.
All right, we already did our order, and we're starting with Amanda.
Amanda, there's one person I want on this cast. Don't you dare take them.
Fuck off, Michael. I hope I do now. All right, I'm stuck between two people. I think this person will come back around to me, so I'm going to go ahead and pick my other one. Just go ahead and give me TK.
Really solid first pick.
I think that's a good first pick. Yeah.
Again,
he definitely seems the most athletic out of the men. And I mean, for some reason, the men in this cast this season just don't really stand out to me. I think a lot of them seem kind of dud material. But this guy seems like, he's got a big smile on his face. He seems like he's ready to play. He's in sports management. He knows how to be active. He's at least going to make merge. And, I draft off placement points. So.
No, he's not the sports manager. I think
He's
it's
not?
No, it's
He's the marketing manager.
Yeah, he is. He's an athletic
No,
manager.
Sam.
Yeah.
Sam's the sports manager.
He's an
You're right. Okay.
athletic marketing
Similar
manager.
jobs.
Sam's the sports reporter.
Sports reporting, yes.
And he's an athlete marketing manager.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes. Yeah, he works
So
in
Amanda's right.
We combined their two jobs.
Do we know
Yes,
if
we
this
did.
guy has played professional sports? He looks like a professional sports guy.
he does. I think
No.
looking at his tribe, I think he has the strongest guys on his tribe.
I
Like
agree.
the overall.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think John on the yellow tribe is gonna hold the other two back. And
I think like he's probably the most athletic looking one. My only concern with that is like I said, I didn't watch the video, but I would have had a hard time picking him number one, like before hearing him talk or anything. Because a lot of the time with the biggest person out there, my fear is that they're just going to be like the challenge person and that's it. Like
Yeah.
like
Well,
Jonathan.
Jonathan was only the challenge person as well, and he made it all the way to fourth place. So I
That's
mean,
one time though. Like that doesn't
Yeah.
usually happen.
that's true. It doesn't usually
So,
happen, but
Yeah. But
A lot
like
of
that's my
times
only
it's
risk.
like
But it is
that.
it's a very safe pick though.
yes.
yeah.
All right, Michael. Who are you feeling? Who did she take? Who you wanted?
No. So I'll go ahead and I'll take the person who I have number one on my board. Give me
Who?
Rome.
Well,
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, he was very high for me.
he was my
Also-
third pick, though. He was my
Also,
third.
just
not my
reading
fourth.
his bio, he comes off. He seems a lot. He just seems like a normal guy. Like I related a lot to him reading his stuff, and I think he's probably a lock to make merge.
I feel like the people
And
that
let's
have
try. It was more of just safe pick.
I feel like the people that have any involvement in video games have always done bad in Survivor. I don't know why.
What place did Kenny get? Like seventh? Sixth?
Yeah, and he was the best one. And then what?
Mari
Maybe
was first.
fifth, I think.
Yeah.
Mari
To
was
be
first
fair,
with-
I think he's the outlier out of the.
How many have we
Yeah.
had? How many have we had? A handful,
Not
right?
many.
A
There's not
handful.
many. Yeah.
There's
It's
not
not.
many.
Is it just them two?
No, I think there's a couple more, but
There's
And
gonna
I
be,
think it's
there's
just
gonna be more
he's
as time goes on because that's a very
Yeah.
big primary thing in today's time. I feel like
yeah.
there's like
See,
6 people on this cast who like do media.
Yeah.
Either it's like podcasting or advertisement or whatever.
Yeah, the jobs were interesting. My thing is like I see I think their tribe screams we've had one of these every season. Like, I think their tribe screams the Tika vibes, like
Yeah.
the disaster tribe.
I was
That's
thinking
why
the
I'm
same
worried
thing.
about him. That's
But
my.
I would say if that does happen, he doesn't seem like the one that would get booted.
No, I don't think so either. But do we think because let's just think back to this. Has there been one of those tribes the last 4 seasons, correct?
Pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
4 out of 6 seasons, yes.
So 4 of the 6 new era seasons, there's just been a complete loser tribe, basically.
It's 5
Like-
out of 6, isn't it?
Well, all right. So last season we had one, and then
The last 3
45
seasons never happened. Did we have one in 43?
We did. Did we have one in 43?
That's the one I don't remember.
I
42,
don't
I
think
don't
it.
think we did either, did we?
No, 42 we didn't, but 41 we did.
Okay.
I would say 42 and 43. I wouldn't really classify them as that. There was a couple. I think it was more balanced out.
And despite it happening 4 seasons in a row, they're just like, hey, let's just keep doing 3 tribes of 6 because it clearly works, and everyone loves seeing a tribe get decimated every season.
I think, and I don't understand this. Like, while we're on it, like,
There's always
why
people
do
that
they?
wins.
Why do they not like go to 2 tribes a night or something? Even if you're going to cast the same amount
I've
of
read
people,
it.
like,
I've read
do
before. The reason
something
why they don't
different.
do that is because editing it is really hard because you have so many cross relationships when you have a tribe of 9, and so it's hard when you first start the show to get the general cast to get enough edit of people to where they can understand and break it down.
Okay,
Listen,
How
You know what I
about
mean?
do
You
your
did it
job?
for so long, though.
Isn't
Yeah,
that the point of going to an hour and a half episodes, though?
correct.
Yeah,
Right.
it would be
All
a
right.
lot. You're right. It'd be a lot easier.
So I'm gonna pick somebody who I don't think is gonna win. Like, I have no hope they're gonna win. I'm just picking somebody because I feel like they're gonna make merge, and I'm going to pick Sam.
Damn. Oh, that's a bad pick.
Is this the young guy?
This
I like
Yeah,
young
how you
guy.
that the men this season are all duds, and those are the first 3 picks.
See, I like he seems cool. This seems pretty early for
He
him.
seems really overconfident, but he's the youngest one in the tribe, and I feel like if anybody's gonna hold him back physically, it's not gonna be him.
Yeah.
So they're gonna keep him.
He's giving me vibes of that other guy. What was
The other
his-
Sam,
was that his name?
I think so.
Sammy,
Yeah.
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 And he did fine. He made it to like
Yeah,
final
he did.
8.
He did. He
Yeah.
did.
Is he the
Yeah,
youngest
Samuel?
person on the season?
Is he what?
24.
Youngest on the whole season?
I believe so. I
That's
think he's
wild.
tied with Teeny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They usually have
Good
some-
job, good job, Survivor, for
That's a pretty older cast.
Yeah.
honestly good job, because that's like I think that you should be at least like 21 or
25.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, these babies on here, 18, 19, that's just not realistic.
All right, my turn.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep rolling with these guys' picks, and I'm going to go with Andy.
You motherfucker.
That's Ed's friend.
Well, that's not my problem.
I just don't like his hair. It bothers me.
I like his hair.
He has Austin's hair, and Austin did great. What do you mean?
No, Austin had nice hair. His looks like it looks like it's sewn on his head.
It looks the exact same. It's just
So
long.
what you're saying is
flowy
he's going to be
hair.
dating Jeff Probst's niece in another couple of years?
I'm dead. Bree just learned that yesterday, didn't you?
Sorry.
I had no idea. I
Austin
just
said.
found that out now.
Yeah, Austin's with Jeff's niece.
Good for him.
I mean,
Good
Andy
stuff.
looks like he's gonna be pretty well rounded to
Heck,
me.
what is
I
this
think
movie ads?
I feel like that tribe has like 3 or 4 people that could easily go immediately, and he's not one of them. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel good about it.
Ed, you know Andy. What do you think of him?
I love Andy. I've had plenty of conversation with him. I've played Mafia with him in person. Andy's good people.
That's good.
He's very Survivor smart. He's a thinker. He knows his game very well.
Let's go. So I got the winner.
Do you think he's a good pick?
I mean, he would have been my pick.
He would have been your first pick. Okay.
But again, I know him better than anybody else on this cast.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Do you know others on this cast, Ed?
I mean, one other.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that we know people who are actually playing this game. Like that is such a cool, I feel like such a cool feeling.
All right.
Oh
Well,
man,
James, who you picking?
Tim, it sounds like y'all hate women here. So maybe
I don't.
maybe I should corner the market here a little bit.
Well, you want to pick Sue? Sue's still there,
Don't
James.
love him at this spot.
It's still frozen. Yeah,
But it's not bad.
I figured.
Just the peanut butter.
Let's go with Tiana.
Dang.
Fuck!
Damn.
I was hoping she'd come back around to me.
Really good pick.
She wasn't getting back to you, Amanda.
Yeah, I think a lot of us are looking at her.
Whatever.
Yeah, I think she stands out on her tribe. I could see her I don't know. I could see her being the power player on her tribe, and I don't see them being the worst one. It was between her and a couple others, and I don't know. I think she seems like the safer pick. I do not see any like the other ones. I saw more dead potential. I don't see the dead potential with her.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fair enough. All right, Ed. Since you lost your first pick, who are you picking?
I'm gonna have to go with Asia because I know she has the most knowledge of. Oh no, I take that back. Maybe the second most knowledge of anybody on this cast.
Yeah.
That's
I
a good
think
pick.
I think that she necessarily isn't going to win, but I think that she will make it far. My only worry about her is that if other people recognize her and know
She's
that
already
she has that
recognized.
knowledge.
People already recognize her.
Yeah.
Teeny's recognized her. Andy has the same birthday as her.
Oh wow.
There's a few people who
like-
recognized her and said something in their interviews. And I
So,
think
like-
either it's going to be really well for her or it's going to get her in trouble. One or the other.
So but do you think that people are gonna if they're RHAP people, they're just gonna see this RHAP person and be like, well, she obviously knows Survivor really well, so we have to look out for her. And you think that
Teeny's
just puts
on her.
her at a
I'm telling you right now, I
disadvantage?
would. If I was on that island and I found out people were podcasting about Survivor on a daily basis, best believe I would not want them in the game.
And Teeny wants to basically kind of die for her, and they're on the same track. So
I wouldn't say
That's
I
fine,
wouldn't
but
say it's like I wouldn't say it was like they all wouldn't want them in the game, but it's like I think it's at least they're at least going to be aware of it. So it's like her threat level's automatically going to be a little bit higher just for that. But I don't think it's like something that just totally will tank her game, like if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
Like
there's
just
gonna be-
because she's
there's going to be that person who finds out and be like, we got to take her out immediately. And there's some people who want to protect her like Teeny. That's just the reality
That's
of
the
the
thing.
game.
Like, if there's somebody like that, like Q would have been like that last season if she played.
Yeah.
So. All right, Ed.
She would have been the one trying to take her out.
Correct.
Ed,
God, I
look
love
at that.
Q.
Q is great.
I love Q.
So my next pick is going to be a very interesting one.
Okay.
A lot of people said they really liked this person and they stood out to them and they wanted to work with this person. Frank, you're making jokes about it, but I'm going to pick Sue.
You picking Sue?
Wow.
I thought Sue was going to be the one not
Listen,
picked.
we-
Old lady.
I'm just gonna say this, Carolyn. Okay. Also, too, though, Angela in Big Brother this season is an older woman, kind of crazy, eccentric, and she's still in the game as well. So, and she's doing fine. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think the older woman, persona is something to deter away from. I really don't.
For keywords,
Julie
are
was pretty good.
badass, fearless, and adrenaline junkie. That bodes well. I feel
Yeah.
like.
So there's something, it's not her age that bothers me. I don't know, but her face bothers me.
Her face bothers me.
Because
Sue
like
reminds me. I'm going to say the same thing about Sue that I did Angela. You could plop her in any city in the United States, and she would literally fit there. Like, she looks like she could be from the Midwest. She looks like she could be from the North. She looks like she could be from the South. Like, I just feel like she's very familiar, and people will relate to her because she seems so familiar.
See, I'm just so I'm concerned. I don't know, like obviously if they win a couple challenges, that'll definitely help her.
Yeah.
If they lose the first challenge, it's one of those things that it could just
Yeah.
fall on her just because of default.
Yeah.
But
But they seem like they will win, in my opinion.
correct. Correct.
Yeah.
I believe so as well. But it's one of those things that like if she has time, the better she'll be.
Right.
She
I
needs
think she'll
time.
find a way to get her footing somehow, either
Yeah.
like one way or the other, or she'll just go hide behind the guys and they'll take out one of the other girls
Yeah.
on the
I
tribe.
mean, usually how that goes, if they can find a way to not be booted right away, they go deep into the game.
Correct.
The older people.
All
All right.
James.
I think she's Julie 2.0, so I don't think it's a bad pick, especially if we're going for like placement. Oh man, this is gonna be tough here because I basically hardly have a last pick, so I have to make the most of this one here. God, I hate getting two people from the same tribe, but I want people from the tribe.
I get it. I've done it before.
Screw it. Let's go to the other tribe. Give me Sierra.
Wow.
That's somebody I would not have drafted.
Yeah, she's the classic attractive early boot that happens every single season.
She literally told I think I'm 90% sure it was her who said that in her video. She goes, I'm terrible. I'm a terrible liar. I can't lie.
Well, I don't know. I like I said, I didn't watch any of the videos, and I looked at the other. I was gonna pick either her or one of the other two girls on her tribe, and I just like it was like there were positives and negatives. I think to all of them, just by looking at it, like I could see this going in a lot of different ways. But to me, like you said, earliest boot, but I honestly think she's the safest out of those because I think like
Yeah.
challenge strength really does matter, and I think she will be solid for that. So, yeah.
I hope she's on my TV screen for a lot this season.
I wouldn't be upset by that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna double down on the same. Oh no, I'm not. Okay, cool. All right. I'm going to a different tribe too. Sweet. I'm gonna go with Hunter vibes and go with Kyle.
You mean Ian Rosenberger?
He does look a lot like Ian.
He looks
Yeah.
So-
just like him.
So Kyle,
Maybe.
I totally was gonna pick him on my next round. I thought he'd last to me. I lived like 20 minutes where he's from.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
Yeah, I
Yeah,
must pick
he just-
Reed because of Baltimore, but
He seems really nice.
He looks friendly. Construction worker bodes well. I feel like usually, at least with the start of the game, he's prime age. He looks pretty athletic. I mean, I don't know.
I think he's a good pick. Yeah.
And like we said, I think that tribe's going to do well anyway. So that it just is icing on the cake.
yep.
Did we have a gay guy this season?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kishan.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I'm saying that correctly or not.
There's probably multiple, but
Yeah, there's definitely multiple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I did not know about Teeny saying she's willing to like die for Asia in the game. So I totally was gonna pick somebody from that tribe, but I'm very nervous now that she might just be a follower and make it. I thought she was gonna be the first boot on that tribe. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I was thinking too.
Mhm.
Yeah, but with her following Asia, maybe Asia will pull something and keep her.
Yeah.
So that really put me in a bind because wanted someone from that tribe, but now I'm a little nervous. Okay. I'm gonna go with I don't want that same tribe. I really want Kyle here, damn it. You threw my whole thing off.
I was worried once James said he was thinking about going on the same tribe. I thought he was about to do it.
that's who I was thinking about. So
Okay, well, I'm glad you didn't go that route because I like him way more than Sierra as far as doing well in this game.
So I'm just gonna I'm I'm gonna pick Annika.
Okay.
That was one of the two people I was thinking for my next pick.
Yeah, I like her. I'm just really nervous that she's gonna play too hard, too fast.
Yeah.
She's
That's
a
a
huge
concern.
fan. But I feel like if she's able to tone her, as long as she's don't go Tony Vlachos on us and game changers, I think she'll do fine.
Well, she said the first thing she watched was Kaguyan.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm nervous. She watched Kaguyan and she was hooked, and I understand it completely.
That's
So,
why I
really
had to
faking
go
his
Sierra. I had to go Sierra over her just for the safety factor. Like I could totally see her playing herself out of the game.
I
Really
feel like she can do
Yeah,
really
four-
well,
Red tribe.
or
There's only been 2 picks.
flame right out.
Yeah, 4 and 4 on these.
Right.
So we got
Like,
4
I-
blue, 4 yellow, and 2 red only. So
like I could see her being the first boot on that tribe. I think it would be
Yeah.
between her and one other person.
What were you saying, Brilliant?
I said we got 4 blue, 4 yellow, and only 2 red so far.
Well, it's still going to be 2 red after this pick.
Yeah.
But that I just don't want to take from the same tribe twice because I already have one. Well, Frank kind of made my decision for me. Give me Gabe.
Okay.
Not Gabe.
It's the guy that my brother met at
He
the
even got
bar.
the same hair as Gabe. I know nothing about this guy. Does anyone know anything about this guy?
Yeah, my brother met him at the bar last week.
Oh yeah.
He seems like so everybody in this tribe. So I feel like the power structure is gonna be like Kyle, Tiana, and TK. I feel like those 3 are gonna link
Yeah.
up, and then it's just about the 4th, and that's what makes me worried. That's why I didn't want to draft over there, is because I'm not sure if Gabe's gonna be or Caroline's gonna be part of that power. I just feel like these 3 are gonna link together. That's all.
So my thing is like I feel like he's someone that's really gonna want to play the game and he's really gonna want to be there. But my thing is just like him being on the outs. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
like you said, I just see him being like and he was the 5th one picked from his tribe. Like I just look at that tribe and I see him potentially being the one on the outs. Like if he's a little
I will
nervous.
say, I think the last person left on that tribe makes sense to be the last person left on that tribe.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Like, but honestly, like when I look at that tribe, I see the guys linking up and trying to rope in Sue, and then the other 2 girls are on the outs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably Gabe's best bet because like
Right.
I think Gabe is someone that like if he makes it further in the game, he's going to be able to keep making connections. It's like it's going to be kind of getting
If he
past
can get
that.
by the
getting
early
past
portion of the game, I think he's going to be fine.
Right.
Yeah.
I think if he's someone if he gets footing, if he can get footing in the game, he's going to be really solid. It's just getting that footing is what
Yeah.
I'm worried about for him.
Right. All right, guys. I will pick someone off the red tribe because it seems like nobody else wants to. So I'm gonna go with Genevieve.
Yeah, that's good. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, she's the only Canadian on this cast. I don't know. I really don't know
Canadians have
anything
done
about
well.
her, but she looks like one of the best ones on that red tribe. I'm not gonna lie.
Canadians have a crazy track record, so
Crazy.
Yeah, they really do. And she's a lawyer. So as long as she's not too threatening, I feel like she's smart enough to kind of get through whatever she needs to get through. I'm just worried that this tribe, like you guys said, is going to be the bad tribe.
Oh wait, I
The
lied.
tribe
I'm
blows
pretty
shit all the
sure
time.
the corporate lawyer is the one who said they couldn't lie. Now that I remember it.
I think Amanda I think Rome and
How can a
Genevieve
lawyer
are
not lie? That's like their career.
Yeah.
Corporate
I think-
lawyer is different than like
I
a
guess.
Well, she is the corporate lawyer, so
Yeah.
I think that Rome and Genevieve are the 2 on that tribe that I said could potentially be like the loser tribe that are like the safest from like being
Yeah.
one of the first couple out. So
I'm really hoping that
I do like
Teeny
that.
and Aisha just overplay it. Just overplay it to where they're.
Well, I could see them being targeted right
Yeah.
away. If like, especially if like you have someone that's like fangirling over a podcaster,
Right.
like that's not going to go well with the other people out there.
Correct.
Like it's just,
My only thinking is if you have 2 guys link up and then Asia and Teeny link up, Genevieve may be the first Buddha out of that tribe.
It just depends. I can also see Keyshawn like doing really bad in a challenge and Liz automatically being that guy to go.
I can literally see any single person from that tribe except Rome being first boot.
Yeah, Rome is the absolute safest person on that tribe.
Yeah.
Like,
We
but
said
I
that
do
now.
think
He's
that
like
would be
full
the
Jelinski on us on Wednesday.
Right.
Yeah, I was so
Please,
confident.
bro,
in
please
Zelensky
don't
doing
do
well.
that. But
Yeah. All right. I
Who's your
really
last
don't
pick?
want to do this, but I kind of want to at the same time. Go ahead and give me John Lovett.
oh god,
He may have been the last one on my entire board.
he was second last on my board.
No. Keyshawn is definitely last on my whole board, but Teeny for you's last on your whole board. Yeah. See,
Teeny
I
is
think
definitely-
okay. So John Lovett, he's kind of famous. People might know who he is. He absolutely is a huge super fan of Survivor. Maybe he'll give me a Cochran edit. You know what I mean? Maybe he'll make it all the way to the end, but it's very, very unlikely. But I don't even know if he's going to make merge. But I just think he's a fun pick, and I will enjoy having him on my team if he's going to be wild and crazy. So I'm doing it for the fun.
What is kind of famous? Can you go over this? Because I don't know about this guy.
So John Lovett is in charge of Pod Save America. It's one of the biggest podcasts in America right now.
Okay.
He's very podcast famous in the podcast
world.
world.
Okay, I got
Yeah. He's also
He looks
very
familiar.
very political, super political. So that's going to be probably a lot of his conversation, which could either be bad or good depending on if people agree with him or not. But he definitely is no stranger to talking to people, and that's something that I'm hoping will help. Is maybe he has that gift of gab, and we'll be able to get him through farther than what he normally would if he didn't have it. So. Like I said, though, I literally picked him for fun vibes, and that's it. Like, I think he's funny. I think he's going to be a big on-screen person, and that's something I want on my team. So,
I mean, really, at this point, you're grasping at straws.
Oh,
anyways.
definitely,
Like
yeah.
none of these people left screen good players, really.
No.
Do you think he could be a good villain if he makes it later on the season? Okay. Because I mean, I do like having it like one of those people. Like, his Q. I think Q was a great villain the last season.
Oh yes, he was.
I really do think he was a great villain. Like,
I so wish they showed his interaction with Liz when she was like, they're like when Kenzie and tried to give up their spot, and he's like, no, I didn't pick her. I so wish we got to see that.
I know.
Oh,
I think
But
that
also, too, John kind of. But my worry though also is John kind of gives me like Voce vibes, and I could see.
that's what I got when I saw him.
Yeah.
That is literally exactly who I thought of.
He was really early in season 41.
41. He was on the Yellow Tribe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that with John Lovett, they're promoting him so much. Could he be an early boot? Absolutely, but I don't see him being like a Jimmy Johnson type where they're going to promote him and then he just gets booted early. I think if he goes pre-merge, I would say later in the pre-merge, but maybe he makes the jury.
Maybe. I mean, I would love to see him on the jury. So
if he makes it through the first round of his tribe going to tribal, I think he's probably the Merchatory vote.
I could see that.
Maybe.
I could very much see that. He's either going to talk himself in a hole or he's going to talk himself out of the hole. Depending on, depending on how he plays it. So.
All right, Michael.
We're doing a podcast, so I'll not say what I wanted to. All right. I should probably go ahead and take a woman for my team.
Yeah, you sexist.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
Give me Rachel.
Not bad.
Yeah.
That's probably would have been my next pick.
I was leaning between her and another person. You just made my pick for me. So
well, you did the same for my last round. But I don't think she'd be the first boot on this tribe. I think there's enough people in front of her. I probably see early merge in her future, or if they are the disaster tribe, I don't know if she makes it out of that, but I feel like it's probably the safest out of these last few.
I see her being the crier.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. She reminds me of looks like the girl from Big Brother 17, the one who cried.
Big Meech?
Oh, yeah, that's who she reminds me of just by looking at the picture.
So that means she's going to be Vreeland's favorite this season.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so like I said, you made my pick for me. I'm picking Soul.
Damn it.
No.
He's
I-
not. I don't think he's gonna be
Also-
as bad as we're like picking him.
No. So
in
like,
this
I feel like
draft.
I think he's a high variant player. Like, I feel like he could do really well, or he could flame out. Like, I feel like him and Annika are similar with
I
that
was gonna-
aspect. I don't think he's gonna coast, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I was gonna pick Soul, and it was gonna be for the reason that his tribe is so bad that could benefit him in surviving. Because
Yeah.
there's other options that are just worse.
Yeah.
And I'm just going off his hometown, and I know exactly where that is. Like, it is very, very wealthy place, so he probably has some money, so he's
Oh.
probably pretty smart. So
Yeah, he
Um,
I forgot what
yeah.
he does.
He's a medical
he's like a-
device salesman.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's I think he plays professional poker. Like, he's won hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Poker players
playing
don't
poker.
do good on Survivor.
Usually don't. But that's why I said I feel like he's a high variant player where he can do really well. Or
Garrett
really
actually did pretty well.
So
Poker players are great. Did you guys see John Robert?
And Garrett,
Tom
Hey.
Bear might be the only one who actually made merch.
yeah.
All right. Well,
You
I
don't
love
want
these last three picks.
you don't
that
pick Teeny,
you
Vreeland?
did.
I hate Keyshawn, and Teeny. I think they're both horrible. So I'm just gonna go with Caroline, and hope that they win the challenges. I guess.
that's what I would have picked her.
I would have picked her too.
I mean, I don't think she's gonna be a good player, but maybe they'll just win a bunch and she'll be fine.
I feel like though, you know what? At the same time, I feel like Carolyn could be our D of the season, to where we all think that she's terrible, but she's actually going to be great.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
see that
I
too.
mean,
And I don't even think she's a lock to be first boot on that tribe either. So
No.
like,
I think
it's a fine pick.
honestly, it could be any of the three girls, in my opinion.
I
Yeah.
could see Gabe being first.
Or
boot,
Gabe,
but
yeah.
this is like terrible. Like, I haven't watched anything on her, but like, I just look at the picture of her and I'm like, I don't know what the casting saw. Like, you casted the
Well,
most normal looking person possible.
Yeah.
Like,
he looks like Maddie.
Definitely.
That's
like
probably
who?
Maddie.
She looks like
Oh,
that.
I can see it.
a little bit, yeah. I mean, I think that, yeah, I think she's definitely better than, she would have been my pick over the other two. So at this point,
I
you
mean,
said
it was
you're
just like
going-
a by
I think that
default.
says
pick,
more about the other
basically.
two than it does about Caroline.
Right, exactly. It was like a by default choice.
Right.
All right, James.
Give me Teeny.
Wow.
Teeny weeny.
Latch on to somebody and see how far they can take you.
Yeah.
I hope that's not the case. I mean, you know.
No, but
But it would work for placement points for James.
I don't know. She seems fun. I just don't have like the highest hopes for her,
Yeah.
especially if she's gonna attach herself to Asia. I really think that like they just go after her
Yeah.
first if that's what she's gonna do. So.
Especially
She compared herself to Fabio in her bio.
Ugh. That's rough.
I love
That's-
how
I like
Frank
that.
spelled my name with like. How do you misspell Amanda?
Did I misspell it?
Amanda.
Hey man, I don't have my
Amanda.
glasses on.
Look, Frank. I know you can't spell, but damn, bro.
I can't see, man. I don't got my glasses.
Damn, I got 3 women from 3 different tribes. Interesting.
Ed got Keyshawn.
Hooray.
How do you feel about your last?
Hooray!
Well-
he said hooray.
Oh, well, okay. So the only good thing is I didn't pick him. And if he wins, that's great because last time D won, nobody picked her. I got her.
Yeah.
I
I-
doubt it, but maybe.
Our
can't
last
see a world
every
where this guy
season,
even
the
takes
person who
Murphy.
is not picked, who's the last one by default, has made finale night.
I know, but I still can't see this person making merge at all. I don't see a world where that
I
happens.
agree, but we say that every season.
Every season, yeah. We just
Well, I
don't.
think
All
it's
right, I think
Heather, there's Heather, Romeo, Carla.
I can't believe you was last pick.
D.
That one still surprises me.
Liz.
I can still see the other ones. Like,
It's because we all thought she was, a weak
Yeah,
woman.
yeah,
That's
but
what
she
we thought,
wasn't.
and she wasn't.
yeah. The
So
other ones I can still
everyone
understand in hindsight. Like Rome.
does everyone have a
He sucks.
first boot pick?
Teeny.
First boot pick, Teeny. For that tribe,
I mean, it's Kashan or
That tribe's gonna
but-
lose. So.
Yeah. I'll say
Yeah.
Teeny. I'll say she does worse in the first challenge and gets booted.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Genevieve.
Wow.
Really?
Honestly, if she's just gonna want to attach herself to Asia, I wouldn't be surprised if Asia would try to get rid of her.
Yeah.
To be like, you're gonna.
I
win
would
me now.
say
That would be bad gameplay if she did.
I'm just gonna say one for every side.
Target on her.
Right.
I'll say Carolyn,
That's your vote.
Carolyn,
But if
Teeny,
they're
and
already targeting
Hanukkah.
and breaking them
Yeah,
up, then
I
it's not
guess.
good.
Does everyone have a winner pick?
Yeah, I'm going for gold here. I'm gonna pick Annika.
Wow. That's bold.
I think
Women-
I'm gonna go with,
women
I think
have
I'm gonna go with
dominated-
Andy.
I'm gonna go.
Women have dominated the new era as winners.
Mine's gonna be my first pick. Tiana, like I think
Tiana,
that's
too.
my
I can see Tiana being
Yeah.
a winner.
That's my pick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Andy.
Yeah,
That's what I said too.
I'm gonna be biased and pick Andy as well.
I think
Wow.
to me, Tiana, Rome, and Andy would be my pick from each tribe.
So we
if I had
got
to have
4 Andy winner picks out of 6. That's pretty wild. I'm
I mean,
glad
I-
it's encouraged.
My official winner pick is Tiana, though, because if I had to just pick one, that's what I'm going to say. I really like. I think this game is more set up for a woman to win now too than
I
it
said
was.
that too. I really think that the men this season are kind of duds.
Yeah. Well, it's not even just that. I think that like, I think it's easier for the women that are strong players to like, to have someone as like a shield at like 5 or 6 and still get to the end, like with how like kind of how Dee did, where it should have been obvious that she was like the biggest threat to win, but it wasn't. Like it was just, I don't know.
Well,
I just feel like it's better set up now. And for a while, it was really hard for women to win.
So you're saying Cassidy was robbed? That's what I'm hearing.
I'm saying Cassidy was robbed. Yeah.
At all. She sucked.
But also, girls
Well, so did
got
Gabler.
so bitter about
Gabler was
not
worse.
winning for so long that now they just like, I don't know, they really want girls to win. I feel like as well.
That's fair, but like, so this is the way I see it overall. Maybe Cassidy, but other than that, how many times can you look back at the season where a man and a woman made it there? The woman played better than the man. That they should have beat the man.
Not last season.
35.
I disagree.
Triple H.
Triple H. See, I don't think so. I think Ryan played better than her too.
I would say.
Well, I think Ryan and I think they both did, but I think that Chrissy should have had the edge over.
Christy played the best out of those 3.
Yeah.
Okay, but besides Chrissy, other than that, that's like one
Mama C.
instance.
No.
I agree with
Mama C.
Amanda.
I agree. Carolyn should have beaten Mike.
Yeah, should have beat Mike.
I disagree with that one.
I'm trying to think how many times we've had a woman and a man at the end where they've had the best games.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of times like women
I
say
just don't remember Survivor
they
either.
get picked. They got robbed. Like they.
Well, I
should've-
think the last
I
season
do
they
not
got.
think last season that Kinsey like robbed Charlie. I really don't.
Yeah,
think
I
they
did.
both played,
do.
I think they both played fantastic games, and the social game can
Fantastic
win over
is
the strategic
strong.
game.
Then I think they both played good games. Like Kenzie, I think isn't a bad winner, and she would have been a good runner-up. But I still think that like Charlie has what I'm looking for in a winner a little
Yeah.
bit more.
I think you guys are biased because you guys like the game bots more so, and that's
But that's
literally
not-
it.
No, I think it's more
It's a
the-
game.
They
Yeah.
admitted that they basically admitted they were voting bitter. That's what bothers me.
Yeah.
I still think Kinsey played a well enough game to win.
If Maria,
Well, I just
Voted
did.
That's what we're
better,
saying,
I'm arguing
Amanda.
on
We're
the
not
game.
saying that we
Charlie
disagree with
deserved it
you.
more.
Yeah.
Kenzie
I
played
just
good.
like that.
I don't believe
Charlie
that Maria
had-
deserves it more than the other. I
If
think that they
No,
both
no.
played fantastic games. They just played different games.
If Maria just
I
voted
just
when
think-
she was supposed to vote, Charlie wins.
Kenzie played Michelle game. She was confused on a couple of votes.
Charlie had more agency, but like they both played good games.
It's
That's
a
what I
case of what you value more, the social game or the
Yes.
strategic game.
But how
Correct.
can you say that he was robbed when she played a good game too? He
Well,
just
okay,
lost
but
to her.
Because
She-
He's not
She
robbed.
played a good game.
Maria
He
just
played a
votes
better
not
game.
bitter, he wins.
That's his
Okay.
fault.
It's not.
He's-
It's his fault for voting her out when she tried to vote him out. That's stupid. That's a dumb reason to be bitter.
He should have sent her better on a better terms then. Like
How
I don't
how
know what
what
else.
was he supposed to do, Amanda?
What was his bad terms?
he should have got rid of her, or should have got rid of her. I guess. Or took her at the end.
and then
Then he would have
her?
lost.
Is he gonna lose to her? Then he didn't play the best
Yes.
game.
That's-
Then he didn't play the best game.
But we're not saying
That's
that.
such a
We're-
Then
stupid
you beat
argument.
him.
Kenzie was losing to Tiffany too, if that's your argument.
I do not think that.
Tiffany didn't vote bitter though.
No.
Yeah. So
I
like
mean-
it just Kenzie. All right, Kenzie played like Michelle. You tell me all the time you don't like Michelle. Kenzie
I don't
played
like
exactly like
Michelle.
Michelle.
I do like Kenzie.
It's the same game.
So that,
Okay.
They played very similar, yeah.
they played very similar. It's like it's
And I
like
like both of them. Don't get me
apples and
wrong.
oranges. There was a time like where she wanted to blindside her number one ally. Bad move, might I add, at like final 9, which is a terrible move. And then they did it without her, even though that she expressed that she wanted to do it, and she was blindsided. She was doing this. She had no idea what was going on.
Right.
Like that's a terrible look.
Yeah.
And then Charlie outplayed the best player, which a lot of people said that she was going to win against anybody, and he outplayed her, outclassed her, and because he wasn't her, he lost. That's basically what some of
He
them
also
said.
gave an awful FTC.
I just feel like they catered to Kenzie. They wanted.
Yeah, it was a little bit like, at least how they showed, it seemed like it was a little bit catered towards her. But like my thing is like, I do think Kenzie played a good game, but it's just like Charlie had control and agency like pretty much the entire time. And Kenzie did not have that. That's my argument.
She
That's the
was,
whole.
she was third. She was third in her alliance. If they lost again, she was going home. Charlie was never in danger of going home at all.
And I think you could send people to the jury in a lot worse ways than Charlie was
I'm not
sending
saying that
people.
Charlie
out.
didn't play well. I'm not
He
saying
didn't-
that at all. What I'm saying is he was not robbed because she played a good game as well that was also deserving to win.
Both
What
things
I-
can be true.
You gonna interrupt me too?
Survivor All Stars.
Sorry, I'll just shut up. You guys just go ahead and finish my sentences for me.
Survivor All Stars.
didn't say
You think Amber
nothing.
played
I'm just
good?
sitting here.
Was Rob robbed?
No, she played just as good.
Okay. Okay.
She played the next best to Rob.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and
Like
it still
Kenzie.
wasn't
So
bad.
why,
to
so
Rob.
why does Kenzie not deserve to win?
So we're saying the same thing. We're saying like Kenzie's
deserved
not
to
a
win.
terrible
That's-
winner.
My argument was Charlie was not robbed. He lost the game to somebody that played just as good.
That's
He does not rob. So when someone is robbed, it's because a bad player beat them.
So what your definition of robbed is like,
My definition of robbed is you got robbed because another player that was undeserving beat you.
When does that ever happen though? If that's
so that's literally Natalie White and
Yeah.
Russell Hanson. That's about it.
Natalie
If that's
White,
what
Natalie
you're saying.
White robbed Russell for sure.
And Russell was one of the biggest assholes to ever play Survivor. So
definitely
like
agree.
that,
to be
has
fair,
something
in
to do.
Samoa, he really wasn't that big an asshole.
he wasn't as bad.
no.
Yeah.
Way worse than Heroes vs. Villains.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
Heroes
Well, he
versus
played the
Villains-
villain.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
another one. Sandra robbed Parvati in Heroes versus Villains.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah, she did.
I still think All Stars is the biggest robbery, in my opinion.
I definitely think that Rob deserved to play that or to win that game. Definitely, he should have won that game. But Amber played well too.
And that's,
Okay,
that's what we're saying with Charlie
Yeah.
and Kenzie.
That's what we're saying with
Like,
Charlie
well,
and Kenzie.
but we think
Right.
Charlie should have won.
But I didn't. I just don't think that Charlie was robbed. I guess that the wording for me is what it is.
I mean, that comes down to subjective.
Yeah, it's
use of
subjective. Yeah.
what robbed means. I guess.
Yeah, I just feel like if he would have won personally, I think I might have him at number 1 the new era winners.
Oh no.
No, I
No,
D
and
and
Jam.
D,
It's still
D,
D
D,
for me.
D had a
D
terrible
and
end
Jam.
game
D
where
and
Charlie did not.
To me, it's still D, even though she did get lucky at the final 5 vote.
Yeah, she should have went
I
home.
still would have her over him just because, like, even though Charlie's game really was good, Hart says this a lot, and I completely agree with him. Is like that dude played it safe, like
He did play
every
safe.
chance he got
He
the
did play
entire
safe.
game. Like he was very.
Sally.
But the thing is, like,
Yeah.
if you're in the best position, do you really need to play not safe?
No, and that's what I mean too, because I've been in that position before where you play it safe constantly because you're just in such a good spot. But like, so you can't really totally fault someone for that. But like to me, it was just like I think Dee's game had a little more flash and flair to it, and same with
Yeah.
Jam
I
Jam.
thought her game was kind of boring.
So I think that
Wait, who's
Jam Jam. I think that it would have been close with him and Jam Jam probably. I probably would have had him number 2 or 3.
Amanda, whose game do you think was boring?
I kind of thought Dee's was just a little boring at the end. At the
At
end.
the end, yeah.
Yeah.
Her feelings got into it, so
She set herself up so nicely, though. Like,
Yeah,
and
she
you
did. I
saw,
think
like,
she's a great player. Don't get me wrong; she's a very, very good winner and everything. I just think her game was a little boring at the end. That was all.
well, the thing that impressed me the most and that puts her above the other people is like in that season, you really saw how many people were just going to her and giving her everything.
Yeah.
Like, she had so much information; it was crazy. Like,
Yeah.
and she did stuff with it too. She didn't just like sit back.
Mhm.
Like that final 7 vote was just that was so good what she did in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Austin couldn't keep it in his pants.
Yo, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, Austin's the woo. It's dumb. You know,
Uh,
like,
the Woo is still the worst move of all time.
oh,
I'll stand by that.
sure.
He
Yeah, that
literally,
is-
he literally had $1 million in his hands, and he's like, "Never mind, I don't want it."
Because he didn't even think that people would vote bitter, correct? He just took Tony because he was aligned with him the whole time.
Yeah.